coach Will Voigt to give you this one. And Coach Will Voigt was there in 2015 with the Tigers. And tonight, the winner of this game between Senegal and South Sudan will meet his former team. Of course, Mali booked their tickets. A very exciting game against Guinea. But Coach, so far, it's been a great start to the road to the quarterfinals.
Well, all these matchups here in the knockout stages are really exciting. So many teams can make a claim of having a chance to win this tournament. So certainly South Sudan, with the success that they had in the World Cup and the Olympics, coming in here with some confidence. And same with Senegal, going undefeated in their qualification games leading up to this tournament. It's been a little bit of a challenge here in the early stages, but trying to get out to a good start here and make a statement win.
Well, there's been a lot of anticipation to build up to this game. We know how passionate the Senegalese fans can be, but you know, South Sudan coming into this AfroBasket with a lot of expectations. We were there 2 summers ago at the Basketball Cup in Manila, where they became the highest ranking African team after that victory against Angola. Last summer, although they became the highest ranking African team after that victory against Angola. Last summer, although maybe from the 2021 FIBA AfroBasket qualifiers, getting them to the World Cup. Now they're here yet again after making it to the Olympics last summer. Well, let's talk about Senegal. A huge performance by Branco Badio in that final game that secured then that crucial victory that they needed against Mali. You got to think, a team also with expectations. 5-time champions of the FIBA AfroBasket.
Well, no question, Badio was huge down the stretch of their comeback win. You know, I thought it was a nice move there, Coach Job pairing Boissy with Badio there down the stretch.
Well, now basketball fans, we kindly ask you, if you're able to do so, to stand for the national anthems of both Senegal and South Sudan. National anthems of 2 beautiful countries have been sung indeed, and now basketball fans, it's time the coaches and players to pay homage, respect as they'll shake hands. Now moments away from tip-off. Of course, at this time, we'd like to introduce our 3 referees for tonight's game, and we are very proud to say indeed that we have 3 of the very finest. Well, our referees have done a We saw the game earlier, Coach. What a magnificent game. And again, there you can see head coach Desagana Diop, magnificent player back in his day, was currently a very good coach, not only here at the international level, but also the G League level as well, Coach.
Well, he's done a really nice job. I had a chance to coach against him in the G League, leading the New York Knicks G League team, the Westchester Knicks, and bringing that experience here in this tournament, leading this Senegalese team.
Well, the game earlier indeed saw Mali with a 3-point win against Guinea. It went right to the wire. This right here, a heavyweight battle between two of the continent's very finest teams, South Sudan and Senegal. This will be the fourth meeting. The last time they met, South Sudan got their first victory. It was Nuni Ahmad with 26 points in the Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Now they meet the road to the quarterfinals. South Sudan against Senegal. Welcome everybody to the FIBA AfroBasket. Wendy Gabriel winning the opening tip. Quite a big lineup South Sudan have with Joe Luau-Chill setting the high screen. Ahmad goes in, avoids the block. This is something Senegal's got to do a good job of. Keep Joe Luau-Chill off the offensive rebounds, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Badji's done a great job filling those shoes of Kamara, providing that interior presence they needed defensively.
Senegal trying to get into a set. You can see Branco Badio just having to really work against the South Sudan defense. Badji unable to finish. And now here comes South Sudan. Quickly going to a chill. Finds Wendy Gabriel. Just out of control, can't finish. Well, both teams definitely have size and power inside the paints.
Absolutely. See those big bodies crashing on every rebound opportunity there. Look at this game, though. It's going to be the outside shooting. It's probably going to tip the game.
Foul is going to be pulled on South Sudan's number 11, Butt Gatch. It's the first time we've seen this team. Remember, they played their group stage games in Namib. I was surprised when they met Guinea in the opening game. Of course, won their second game against Libya, but very exciting rematch against Angola. What a big battle between those two, Coach.
Oh, it really was. You thought they maybe were dead in the water there, battling back, giving themselves a great chance to win it there at the buzzer.
Well, the penetration. Senegal get a wide open look. Badji, big offensive board. Gotta go up with it. Still can't finish. Bay now. Can Badji finish this time? Still. Third time lucky, maybe. They're trying to shoot the ball when going to the ground. Luau-Chill comes up with it.
Badji's got some kickouts there. Great job on offensive rebounds. It's a little too crowded to go back up with it.
Oh, no!
Luau-Chill putting the ball on the ground, drawing the foul. The foul is going to be called on Faye now. Joe Luau-Chill last season when he left China's CBA to go and play in the BCL with Manisa. Almost averaged a double-double of 16 points and 8 rebounds, but they had a very tough season in the Turkish Basketball Super League. Time winding down. Have to make something, goes for a fadeaway. Unable to finish. Branco Badio just tries to turn up the gears. But everything in the paint is going to have to be heavily earned tonight. Well, Kendall McCullum comes over it. McCullum goes in, draws a foul, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Great anticipation in the passing lane, and I love Mane's effort there. Getting back, making things difficult. Nothing's going to be easy for these two teams tonight.
A great anticipation by Kendall McCullum. Originating from Illinois. After leaving NCAA, he started, he actually played his entire NCAA career at the Division II level, but another great example for players coming out of the NCAA. He started in the lower divisions in Germany. Now he went to Finland after that, but he was playing for some very prominent teams in Europe. Next season, as I mentioned, he will be going to Greece to play for Prometheus Patras.
He was playing for Gießen when I was coaching in Bonn, so small club in the German BBL, but as you said, he's worked his way up the ladder in the European pro leagues, and now here on the biggest stage of African basketball.
Mane. Again, this is where Senegal just You know, what is it about Senegal, coach? Because they have great structure, but it's almost like it pounds within their offense. It's a lot of forced turnovers, sometimes very unnecessary.
Well, you know, right now, both teams sure have a little bit of nerves and know how much is riding on this game.
It goes in. Wow. I must have met that at the summit. Jump, finds Badio. He'll fire a three. It's up. Buries it. That's what Senegal needs.
We saw this play in a previous game from Baji, just taking it out of the air, leading a fast break the other direction. Tremendous play there.
The good protection from Baji is going to be very crucial tonight here for Senegal. Wow, Chill doesn't take many threes. Now goes in for a floater. Again, trying to battle Wenye Gabriel. That's unable. Now we'll go back to Senegal. Oh man, let's have a look here.
That's impressive.
You don't think that was on its way down?
Well, I think it's a pass. So I think.
Oh, I see. Right there.
Yeah, like he's got, you know, just as much a right to that ball as the offensive player.
Monty kicks out. He goes in, finishes, and he'll go to the free throw line. Now Senegal feeling a little bit more confident in their offense. The foul is on Wenye Gabriel.
Great job there attacking the closeout. Right way to the rim here.
Coach, you notice we have another superstar in the building. He's returned from the move, the legendary Toy, just taking care of the wet spots on the floor.
Great to see Toy back here in Rwanda. A crowd favorite everywhere he goes.
Faye unable to convert the three-point play. Senegal also failing to capitalize a four-point possession. Diamant just coming off the back of a season in the Chinese Basketball Association, making it to the finals with the Beijing Ducks. And losing. Well, he goes flying. Here is up. Hey, this battle right. Well, coach, it's come to you.
There we go. Get some touches early in this game.
Oh, for those who don't know, let me tell you something. Not only is Will Boyd a great coach, he just had possession as it came out of bounds. Coach Boyd has got a three-point shot.
I thought about actually standing up and letting that thing fly.
Going down low to the big fella. Got to go up with it. With the presence of Baji. Make it tough. Catch. Now McCullum, he'll fire three in the corner. He'll level things up.
Nice kick out there. The loose ball, having the presence to know not to force it amongst the trees.
Nice penetration, but Wenye Gabriel said no, sir. Now South Sudan have numbers. At a three. Good transition defense by Senegal. Unable to convert. And now the Lions. Badio, he's made one. Now picking up right where he left off in that last game against Mali, coach.
Sure is. Great transition three there. Both teams trying to get up and down, feeling their way into this game.
Love pass. Finds Wenye Gabriel, and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul is on Senegal's Faye.
Really nice high-low play there. Achil, great vision, finding his teammate Gabriel and definitely pushing the back there on the finish.
That's the block by Wenye Gabriel. Both ends of the floor delivering for South Sudan at the moment. This is a three-pointer by Branco Badio, who's had his inconsistencies, there's no doubt. I've seen him many a time in the Spanish ACB, whether it was for Baxim and Resso, or now currently for Valencia. He can light it up.
Definitely a dynamic scorer. Curious to see when the shot goes to that two-headed monster, Rossi alongside Badio.
Well, Silla trying to match up. Baji's vertical. I wouldn't be surprised if he could touch the backboard, coach.
He can touch the backboard. Definitely
the top of the backboard.
Top of the backboard.
Sorry,
you see him getting up
look
here.
at this. Ouch. And you know what amazes me about him? We've seen him hit the deck numerous times. He's tough as nails.
He's done well here, having to step in and play a big role with Kamara going down early in this tournament. You can see the rim protection that he brings.
Diamant missing the first free throw. He's already set a tip up. It was the 26 points he had in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. back in February 2023 that led South Sudan to their first win against Senegal. Tonight, it's about getting to the quarterfinals in the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Badio finds Silla. Badio's made 2 threes. And he's fouled by Joe Luau-Chill, so 3 free throws coming up for Branco Badio.
It's really great ball movement there from Senegal. Started with Badio off the pick and roll, kicking it out, but it kept the ball moving. He relocates to the corner. Great swing to find him there.
Well, South Sudan, of course, like Guinea, we saw earlier today, this is all very new to them, Coach. I talked about it being a new arena, but you said the rhythm of how you're playing here in any continental FIBA tournament has also changed for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely an advantage when you get to stay at the arena you started out at. So, you know, you've already established your routine as a player. You know how long it takes to get from the hotel. All these seemingly simple things can have an effect on you as a player and as a team. So for South Sudan, having to travel, especially after that tough game, get a little bit out of rhythm here in this first quarter.
9 points already for Branco Badio. Back to Wenya. Gabriel goes in, hot foul. He'll go to the free throw line. He elevated very high. And that's going to be a foul against Baji. That's going to be foul number. That's foul number 2 or number 1. That's foul number 2, I think.
Well, Gatch has done well there. He's picked up full court, handled that nicely, and then Gabriel here on the goal.
He's unable to make the free throw. He's joining this team at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Manila. That opening game they had against Puerto Rico, and then they ended up qualifying for the Olympics. But had they won that opening game against Puerto Rico, which you and I had the great privilege of commentating, they could have made it to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, no question. And, for this South Sudan team, they've seen a lot of success over these last couple of years. Coming into this tournament, confidence.
So correction on what I said, it was Badji's first personal foul, not second. But now Badio. Well, he's on fire so far. Almost got it. But Badji still remaining impressive. Branco, another 3. This time it gets in.
Credit Baji there. Great offensive rebound, had the wherewithal to find his teammate and kick it out for an open look to Badio.
Joe isn't going to take that 3-point. That was immensely. Turn it over. Gabriel comes up with it. Trying to give it to Nuni Ahmad. It's another unforced turnover here for South Sudan.
Miscommunication there. Not used to having to lead the break. See Badio knocking down the 3. Great early start for him in this game.
Well, Courtois is going to play for Gran Canaria. We'll see him in the BCL next season as well. McCollum almost comes up with it. He does. Tries to go quickly, but again, the presence of Silla making that tough. Gabriel comes up with a loose ball, and South Sudan fighting at the moment, cutting it down to 3 points.
That's all McCollum. We've now seen this twice. Able to force turnovers there, being aggressive in passing lanes.
Here's the man who's got a hot hand. Jump. Got it by Wenya Gabriel. It's good defense so far. Job's going to kick out. Wassi's also to the line. He'll fire a 3. But Wenya Gabriel's going to get called for the foul.
I think they've got a push in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Actually. So it's probably be on Jop.
So I thought Wenya Gabriel held on to Jop when he. Okay.
Oh, no, you're right.
That was my original thought. If you look the box out here, so I think you're right there. It could have been a push, but it's right there, just a little tug.
Referee signaling for an offensive, but absolutely right.
And that's number 2 on Wenya Gabriel, but this is great work by Kendall McCollum because as we saw with Carlick Jones, he's one of those primary point guards that no problem getting up, but also denying and making the full court passes impossible.
He's been really good defensively playing those passing lanes, and you see Coach Shop going with that dynamic backcourt of Badio and Blasi together. So let's see if they can create the same magic we saw, leading them to that big comeback win against Mali.
Still a 3-point lead currently here for Senegal. Just another delaying game. Not quite sure what happened here, but Wasi inbounding for Senegal. Gatch trying to deny Branco Badio. Badio off balance, goes for a tough target, but he's unable to finish. McCullough finds Quad, goes in the first slip and misses everything. Numbers in transition. It's a failure to take advantage. South Sudan have got to dig deep defensively. And happening from the perimeter. Badio in and around, goes in. He calls a foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. I think the foul may be, Coach. It might be on Juk Deng.
Yeah, it looks like he got hit in the head there as he was trying to finish, but what a start to this game for Badio. He's done a great job mixing up his drives along with the three-point shooting. I love it when he's combined with Blasi. I think Blasi able to take some of the pressure of being the lead ball handler there. Badio now able to attack off the ball a little bit more.
I think it was either the second or third game. You summarized Branco Badio's game to perfection because, you know, if he misses his first couple of threes, he's going to keep on taking them. Whereas when he makes a couple, then he goes to the extension of what he's great at. Splitting defenders, getting in the paint. And now you can see already 12 points. Only 2 players for Senegal in the stat sheet. Both Faye with 2 and Branco Badio with 12.
It's been the Badio show here in the first quarter. I think him seeing a couple threes go down has really opened up the rest of his game. And Coach Shop, I think they're going to try to ride him probably in the rest of this first quarter.
Morin Gakoud coming into the game for South Sudan, just trying to rotate the backcourt. There's not quite a few familiar faces that we saw 2 summers ago in Manila. We also have just seen, as I mentioned, Juk Deng do something for the game, and he was one of their crucial players. I mean, very much a utility player for them back in Manila.
Definitely some players with valuable experience over these last couple of years, having played in the World Cup and the Olympics.
Back to a 5-point lead here for Senegal. Neither team has any fouls to give. We're under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Remember, the winner will go to the quarterfinals of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Lots of good anticipation. That's going to be a traveling violation.
That's a good call. Shuffled his feet a little bit as the back tip from the defender to kind of throw him off his rhythm. Now it's been a struggle for South Sudan. And we saw the same thing with Guinea in that first game today. I think sometimes these teams having to travel first game with these wins in this arena, it's taking a little while to find your rhythm offensively.
Well, Badio's been running everything. There's a dish out, finds a Silla, but he gets denied. And here's where South Sudan have got to put the pressure in transition. 1 extra pass, 3 in the corner. Oh, got it!
Great block there from Qualif. That just led to the transition. And for South Sudan, it's not really going their way, but you look up, down only 2 points right now.
Juk Deng's also in the lineup here for Senegal. Got it by Juk Deng. Badio brings all the defenders. Now Maktar Gay wide open. South fighting. That's going to be a kickball violation. I think South Sudan will retain it. Because when we saw South Sudan in Manila at the Basketball World Cup, they were probably in that group that we had. I mean, granted, they played against some first teams. They ended up playing against Serbia, but they were a very efficient 3-point shooting team, Coach.
Well, that was their game. Get up and down, shoot a ton of threes, but everything was predicated with Carly Jones. So a lot of spread pick and roll, ball in his hands, living with his decision making. So with him not here, several other important players in that team not here, they've had to remake themselves a little bit. And scoring's been a bit of an issue for them here at this tournament.
Well, another change in for South Sudan. Junior Madut into the game. Standing at 195 centimeters. Giving another option here in the backcourt. You used to see him, he played in the Super League Basketball in the United Kingdom for Manchester Basketball last. So kind of a bit of a, we're seeing him live. Right offensive board, putback still not going. Well, Silla, time is able to come up with it. Well, Bossy misses last one. Just got away with pushing it back. Back to Gay. Go down the middle. Just relentless coach. They're so hungry. But then, fortunately for them, they turn it over. But I'm very impressed. Senegal just chased the boards.
Aggressively pursuing everything right now. Similar start to this first game. Just a little more energy here from the Senegalese team. Perhaps the travel a bit of an issue for South Sudan. But again, this is a two-point game. Based on how things have been going, I think they'd be down by more. Just trying to find some rhythm here on offense.
Madut getting that high screen. Turning it over. I wonder how much longer Kendall McCullum's going to stay on the bench. Silla made his first three in the last game and makes his second on the FIBA AfroBasket. And you can see what it means to him, Coach.
That's a great kick out there from Bossy, drawing the defense, making the right read, and Silla knocking down the open three.
Jock Dang trying to go up against the bigger Diallo. Gets around him, goes. Well, Diallo's got size, but Dang. Well, now you can see Senegal go in transition. South Sudan paying the price, Coach.
No floor balance there after the finish. Should be Jock Dang's responsibility to get back. Center guard has got to cover for him.
Madut finds Jock Dang. Pick it, pop it, and he make it.
Throw it a little bit there. Nice little short roll.
It's only a three-point game. Senegal, final seconds. Got to make something happen. Goes in for a little teardrop. That will do it. The five-time champions of the FIBA AfroBasket, Senegal lead by 3 points against South Sudan. This is the road to the quarterfinals. The round of 16, the play-ins, and the winner. Our coach, they will beat Nigeria, no doubt. The Tigers watching this game closely.
Yeah, no question about that. And for South Sudan, you got to be happy where you are. Nothing really going your way until the end, but hanging tight in this game. Got to figure out a way to get better defensive rebounding from your guys. But outside of that, right there in position to win this.
Senegal so far with 8 offensive boards, 17 in total. They do collectively have 6 assists, but as you said, it's been the Bronco Badio show at the moment. 14 points, 4 Senegalese players on the stat sheet at the moment. Well, there are statistics. Very soon, we'll take a look at the top highlights from the first quarter. Well, the battle of 2 very good teams here in the FIBA AfroBasket. It only gets better because the winner will take on one of the tournament's heavy favorites in Nigeria. But I like this take here by Faye going in. He's only able to convert the three-point play, but already Wenyan Gabriel, 2 fouls, Coach. He's got to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, he's got to be on the floor for them. See Badio here. Outstanding start to this game.
Well, also, a key player is going to be Ibu Badji, because when he's in the paint, whoever they go up against, we saw it with Egypt, he just possesses a presence that makes every team feel that if you want to get points in the paint, you got to work for it.
Well, his length and athleticism on display. We saw him steal that Senegal. How nice is it to have that kind of front court depth? You know, typically losing a player like Kamara can be a really tough blow.
Well, use that QR code, scan it now, and download the Courtside 1891 app so you can get the best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA basketball and competitions, and also the warm-up games ahead of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Courtside 1891, download it today. Well, we compare the stats, coach. Senegal with 11 fast break points, and you look at points in the paint, 6 for South Sudan, only 4 for Senegal, but you'd expect that with the post-interior defense of both teams.
Yeah, no question. I think South Sudan was a little slow to find a rhythm. Start this quarter out well with the pressure, but towards the end of that first quarter, I think they started to find their legs, better flow offensively. Let's see if that carries over to the second quarter here.
Great defensive work by Junior Madoud. Madoud, I should say. It's forcing the turnover. So now South Sudan will get the first possession. The first chance to get some points on the board. There's heavy backcourt pressure coming from the Senegalese players. Dang. I'm not sure what's happened here, but slight issue, I believe, maybe with the game with shot clock, because you can see the assistant coach of South Sudan right now infuriated. And, coach, one thing I want to talk about with South Sudan is, obviously there's going to be a lot of attention on this team because that's what I've already said from what they've achieved in the last few years. But you got to remember, this is the FIBA AfroBasket. Senegal, 5-time champions. Nigeria, you were head coach when they won it. This is a different game. It's more physical. It's much quicker. But you turn our attention. Still not quite sure what the shot clock is.
Well, all the yelling is giving them a shorter shot clock here. I think they have an argument, though. The backcourt violation. It's not advancing the ball into the front court, so I think it should have been 24 when they had possession of it.
Well, dang. Right now just asking the same question, but it's going to make no changes. 6 here on the shot clock. Oh, got to go quickly. Caught, no time. Goes behind the back, gets it off in time. They made it. Confused right now.
There's clearly clock issues going on here. Difficult call from the official. I think you got to try to stop play when you see the clock not working. It's hard to step in and signal 24-second shot clock violation.
I'm so impressed that he got the shot off in the first place. Was able to, it was Zakati who made the shot.
It's a tough position to be put in. There's 6 seconds left. Apparently the shot clock maybe didn't start, but if you're ACOT, how do you know? You look up and see there's 3 seconds there. The official steps in with a violation call. I think maybe the right call would have been to reset that shot clock to whatever he saw at that moment. Unfortunate for South Sudan now.
So Senegal will get it back. He's trying to time is coming off the game clock. So well, he seems relaxed.
Well, I mean, the clock went in his favor, so easier to be relaxed if you're on defense in that possession. If you're, well, dang, probably a little frustrated with how that played out.
Because he was drafted in the NBA 3 years prior to Luol Deng. The coaches, time in the NBA, Deng, 2-time NBA All-Star, but the shot clock has been reset.
Let's hope there's not an issue here with the clock. We saw the long delay in the Angola game. It looks like there's an issue again.
Because what a great atmosphere we do have with the Senegalese fans who've come into the building, because when we had that delay, coach, there was an empty seat in the arena. I don't think anybody left even during that hour-and-a-half delay. Well, the players, I think, have just been asked, maybe, no, I think he's going to, Yep, we do have a referee's timeout, so just trying to resolve the issue, but it's the Lions fans from day one since they had their first game, but
Next play, yeah. Fuck it, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
Good shit. Okay, we gotta take care of that, right? We can't have that, man. We can't have that. It like go, we have to get open. Whatever the fuck we have to do. We can't even get the ball in. All right, Jean-Jacques, you're gonna be in this corner right here. Okay, you're gonna have the ball. You're gonna bring it on this side, right here, right? Number, you're gonna be here. I'm out you first. What I get you second. Alright. What I get you gonna be right here. You're gonna go like a 72. You're gonna set it, you're gonna go 72. At the same time you're going this way. Right? Go 72, come off. Let's see if you can turn the corner. Jalo, you go set the screen right here for Jean-Jacques. We're gonna look for the corner, or you going down here over here. You guys got it? Let's go. What I get you just getting out. Getting out high. I'm out, you set the screen. Jalo, set the screen for Jean-Jacques coming this way. Okay, you stay in the corner. We'll finish, all right? And little things, the details, rebound. When you're open, shoot it. If not, we've been moving the ball. We've been taking good shots.
Senegal.
Come on. Stay locked in. Stay locked in. Let's go.
well, looks like the shot clock issue has been resolved. Senegal will get this back in their own half. As it stands, they do lead by 3 points. Rocco Badio, there you can see his numbers, 14 points so far this evening, converting 3 3-pointers. And Coach, I think we just saw, the viewers may not have seen this, but we just saw Wenyan Gabriel walk to the changing room. I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah, we did. Hopefully there's no injury going on there. Maybe just trying to get a retape. I'm not sure exactly what that was all about, but obviously a huge part of South Sudan's team there. So let's hope he's back on that bench or on the court soon.
Oluwa Deng, of course, has been a man of many trades for this federation. Leader, coach, GM, assistant coach, scout. He's done anything that man wouldn't do for his country and, of course, for this basketball team.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a remarkable story, what he's been able to do with this national team, and the success they've had over these last couple of years.
His story is magnificent. After leaving what was then known respectively as Sudan, now say obviously South Sudan, went to Egypt and then spent his teenage years growing up in South London, where he played for a team known as the Brixton Topcats, and that was where he kind of propelled. He started playing basketball before that, but he represented the Great Britain national team at the 2012 Olympics. Well, we see some good news now as Wenyan Gabriel has actually returned from the changing room, so I think he wasn't walking like he was having an injury, that's for sure.
Just a bathroom break there for Wenyan. Good to see him returning to the bench. And you see now they're setting up shot clocks on the baseline. A much quicker solution to the issue versus what we saw in the Angola game, trying to fix the shot clocks above the basket. So certainly tonight we had a power outage earlier here and some shot clock issues. So a lot of excitement here in this building.
I tell you what, it's been an amazing tournament. We've seen some great basketball. It's been great calling these games with you again, but the reason why I hope we don't go to another delay, everybody in Angola wants to talk to Coach Will Voigt. During that break, Herschel Dominguez, Yannick Barrera, all your former players, even fans are coming up. You were getting messages from numbers you didn't even recognize.
Well, it's great to be back here in Angola. Obviously, I had a lot of fun here coaching this national team and getting to know so many great players in the history of this game. A lot of these players coming back into this building. And, when Angola is back here playing in the quarterfinals, this place is going to be jumping. So, enjoying all these moments. We've had basketball royalty not only from Angola, from all over the continent here, taking in these great games.
Well, of course, everybody's in the building. Fans from South Sudan, Senegal definitely enjoying the occasion. And as mentioned, Angola finished top of the group that had South Sudan, Guinea, and Libya, and thus already cemented their tickets to the quarterfinals of this AfroBasket. This is the 31st edition of Africa's most elite, most historical and prestigious continental competition. South Sudan still writing their history. They've made waves across the basketball world ever since the 2021 FIBA AfroBasket qualifiers. They went to Kigali. Of course, they had a great taste, but it was in the 2023 FIBA Basket World Cup qualifiers. But coach, I mean, they just went on a rampage. It was almost like next team up, down. They were taking names in those qualifiers.
Well, you know, at that stage, I think everybody's sort of shocked when they started having success. So this tournament very different. Now coming in, you know, with the success they had at the World Cup and the Olympics, coming in here as one of the favorites. So there's a target on their back every game they play. And it's a much different role than when you're the upstarts, sometimes able to catch these national teams off guard.
And of course, you know, Sudan, they had their ride through the qualifiers, but you know, going to Senegal, I mean, they clean sweep the AfroBasket qualifiers. And you look at some of these players, some of them with NBA experience. In the case of Senegal, you know, starting at Real Madrid as a youngster and then going to play for Dario Georgia for Ostend, and as of this year, winning the FIBA Europe Cup against PAOK Thessaloniki in their arena. Jean-Jacques Boissy, BAL, or BAO experience, however you want to call it. I think we're ready to get things back underway. Senegal still leading by 3 points against South Sudan. Foul is going to be called. He's not that good, so it's only going to be his first personal foul here in the second quarter. Shot clocks on the baseline. That's a good thing. So 16 on the shot clock.
Well, the challenge now, it's in the lower right corner for Senegal's basket, lower left corner for South Sudan. So normally you'd have the vision line stay the same. A little bit of adjustment at halftime when you switch ends.
Boissy baseline. There's a pump fake. Diallo goes in. No foul called. And he gets denied. Oh, good rim protection. The third time lucky.
Great job of sticking with it there. And you see the front court size. It's been an issue for South Sudan.
Well, they have that guy playing primary point guard. Heavily defended by Maxar Gay. Time winding down. 6 on the shot clock. Junior Maduk goes in. No foul given. Senegal can run. Boissy leads the brigade. Finds Diallo. Well, Diallo probably should have gone up with that, but Naktak Gate wide open. Still finds Boissy. This is good tempo from Senegal. But not a lot of time here on the shot clock for Jean-Jacques. Got to think about taking this one. Step back, 3, high out, goes up. This time South Sudan were able to survive.
They were lucky there. Madut took a tough ball on his drive to the basket, slow to get back in transition.
That time Jock Dang just trying to draw some contact against Diallo. Let's have a look here. Dang felt he got fouled. That's a good block. That's a good block. Well, you don't want to leave Dang wide open. This time just missing. Where they want to put the ball in the hands of Jean-Jacques Boissy. McCullum back of the lineup, and that's going to be an offensive foul. That's tough, coach, because probably contact there, but it looked more like McCullum. I mean it respectfully, may have just lost his balance.
Well, I think it's the right call. We've seen Boissy in this tournament trying to extend that left arm before, gain a little advantage. And when you're already backpedaling, sometimes just a small bump can really send you flying. So I think the officials, probably having watched previous games, came into this game talking about keeping an eye on him extending that arm.
Wendy and Gabriel, along with Nuni Amont, back in the lineup. See what South Sudan can build with this five. Amont curls the screen. Now another teardrop. And gets that one to go. If you like the tempo, Senegal's playing it tonight. When they come up with a rebound, if they get scored on, they're right out on the runs. Wassi has a switch. Tough kick out. Diallo wide open. Three is up. And another foul is good. Well, I think this is going to be called. It's called on Senegal, maybe. Yeah.
Didn't see exactly what happened there. See a great finish here from Amont over the length of Diallo.
Bronco Badio coming back in the game here for Senegal, along with Karim Mane. Wassi and Diallo going to the bench. It's a great matchup here. Mane trying to match up with Kendall McCullum. He's going to find Nuni Amont. He'll pick the ball here with Gabriel. Scott penetrates. This is good passing. Silla's not going to give Jock Dang any time. Good defense by Marcilla, forcing the turnover.
Oh, great job there from Silla with the quick hands.
Well, that's going to be only the second team foul against South Sudan here in the second quarter. 6:52 to go. It's a 3-point lead currently to the five-time champions. Well, Joe Luau-Achill's coming back in, so South Sudan going with that big lineup. Just trying to move Wendy and Gabriel to the fore, but putting his hand in the cookie jar and coming up big that time.
See the two-hand push there from Acott. Badio's been a tough cover in this game so far.
Well, he still leads all scorers, the only man in double digits. Got it by Joe Luau-Achill. Tries to pump it, gets a big man up on the floor. Oh, tough play. Well, Amont finds an opening. Finds Kendall McCullum. Yeah, could probably use with a bucket now. It's going to be team foul number 3 against Senegal.
Just a little too aggressive there. Got caught on the switch. Trying to battle Gabriel there down low.
Well, Wendy Gabriel, very used to the physical style, as mentioned. Last season played in Greece with the mighty Panathinaikos. That time turning it over. Now, Senegal have numbers. Gonna go up and they'll finish this one, extending it to a 5-point lead.
Sloppy turnover there from Gabriel, leading to the leak out. And for South Sudan, I think McCollum's going to look to be a little more aggressive. Like this take here from him.
Well, I like the hesitation when he came around the first screen, just bringing the bigs away from the bucket. But at that point, when he made the contact, he didn't even need to shoot it. Just throw up anything at that stage because he knew he was going to the free throw line.
Well, McCollum, you know, off to a tough start here, just 1 for 5 from the floor, but he's got to look to continue to attack off a pick and roll. I mean, again, this team very used to having a dominant point guard, Carlik Jones, filling that role for them at the World Cup and the Olympics, and McCollum brought in here to do the same thing.
Well, McCullum is very used to being in a play-in game. Of course, this is called the road to the qualification. I remember it was around January time. I was calling his game when he played in Israel. They went to Hungary. Of course, it went to a double overtime game, and he was crucial in that. They obviously came up losing, but he would understand the pressure of this kind of environment.
Well, for McCullum, not a lot of time together with this group. So
here we go. Baji! Wow! Wassi threw the ball up, and Baji met it and connected at the summit.
A great lob there from Wassi, and you know, again, this dynamic backcourt when Wassi and Badio are together.
Dan right now not posing a threat from the perimeter, but you've got to credit Senegal's closeout defense. Finding nothing. Now here comes Senegal. Bronco, another pass, another pump fake. but missing the layup, but the putback is good. And a timeout is going to be called by Luol Deng. Right now, Senegal extending to an 8-point lead, and there's your former player, Yannick Moreira, in the building, coach.
There's Yannick, Eric Armando sitting next to him, point guard who also came to the U.S., played Division II college basketball there, but great to see these guys in the building right now.
Well, we're trying to head down to the South Sudan bench to kind of hear what the message will be from Luol Deng, but here we go, Baji time.
Great lob there, Boissy throwing it up, throwing it down.
Well, that's when those fans say it's Wallop time. Wow, wow, baby. Well, like we said, we'll try to head down to South Sudan's bench. There's going to be a message. Let's listen now to Coach Luol Deng.
We out here playing too fucking cool. Come on, let's fucking press up. Let's go. Get to a motion, bro. Box out.
We're going box drop. We're going box drop. I'm going to give you guys 1 more minute, and I'm taking all 5 out if I don't see anything different. Box drop.
Hey, hands in, hands in. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Yo, together, together, together. 1, 2, 3, together.
Well, the message very deliberate there from Luol Deng. I'm giving you guys a minute unless I see a change. Of course, his assistant coach is his brother, Aju Deng, who also played at the University of Connecticut.
Coach Deng trying to fire his troops up. Let's see if they come out here with a little more intensity. See the full-court press here in Senegal.
McCullough down the middle, goes in, gets denied. Baji with the protection. And now Boissy kicks out. And look out below. Well, Jock just went down the middle. And coach, he took no prisoners.
What a finish there from Jock. Started with a great block there from Baji. And Senegal going back to this 2-2-1 full court press here. Probably see them fall back to a 2-3 zone. They decide to go man-to-man.
Well, here's the horns action. Double high screen, mid-range. Yeah, just nothing dropping, but Nuni Amat securing the offensive rebound. Going for the fadeaway. That's a big, well, they're going to call it pushing the back, I think. Yep. Well, no, come on. I don't like that.
I'm hoping there's not a technical.
Coach, surely Faye, and if he's picked up the foul in the technical, well, was he called for the original push in the back? But Coach, I love Faye's game, but right here.
I think the official has fallen for the bait there. If you're Gabriel, that's now your 4th foul with the technical. I think the official just has to have better presence in that moment. And it's clear that Faye is embellishing there. And of course, you don't want to see the reaction from Gabriel, but Faye kind of walking in his path as that happened. He just got to have a better feel for the moment.
But was he teed up for the contact, which, look, respect to Faye's game. He's a fantastic player, but it was quite clear the circumstance. Was he teed up for that, or was he teed up for something that was said to the official?
Well, I assume it was for the contact, but perhaps there were words after the fact. If that's the case, then solely on Winyan there, but we'll have to get an explanation from the official at halftime.
Well, extended now to an 11-point lead to Senegal. Boissy getting his pocket picked. That's going to remain Senegal ball. Like the intensity from Kendall McCullum against Jean-Jacques Boissy.
McCullum's been really active, both playing passing lanes, pressuring the ball, trying to do what he can defensively here.
Senegal's been excellent tonight. Marco Barrio's been on fire. That time unable to finish. So South Sudan needs some form of inspiration. McCullough down the middle, kicks out the gap. Time to fire the 3, it's up, no good. Don't really have a natural center out there at the moment.
A Asa Gabriel is definitely going to be huge. Be interesting to see if maybe they go to some more switching defensively. They've been in this matchup 2-3 zone.
Great work by Dang, just blocking the alley-oop. That's going to be a backcourt violation. Coach Jock Dang did something I haven't seen anybody do. Block a Badgie lob.
Well, I think it's actually Qualif.
Was it Qualif or was it Jock Dang?
Let's see on the replay. Definitely somebody getting their hand in. And as we said, tough to contest Badgie at the rim.
Senegal's been magnificent tonight. The 5-time champions of the FIBA AfroBasket, currently with an 11-point lead. Neither team with any fouls to give. Just under 4 minutes here in the second quarter. Dang in the corner. It's got to make this one, and that will do their confidence a world of good.
Tough shot there from Dang. Faye all over him, hand in the face, but he knocks it down. See him going back to this 2-3 matchup.
Senegal patiently passing the ball against the zone. Seeing the ball screen here. Badio, nice little Euro step. Then makes the penetration. Finds Badio, pulls up for 15. And again, buries it. Now has 16 tonight.
Big shot there. Saw McCollum almost getting another steal.
This is good defense by Diop. Trying to make it tough here for Nuni Ahmad. There's a pump fake. There's a contact. You know what? That was great from Diop until Coach, he got up in the air.
Well, I stayed down on the initial fake. Not getting him to leave his feet there on the second one. Kind of forcing the issue there in that post isolation. He's done well to draw the foul.
He's got 3 points tonight. He's got to be able to step up and make the free throws. It's 2:50. Can South Sudan get into single digits before starting the second half? Second one good. Well, it looks like a timeout is going to be called. These two teams will talk it over. As mentioned, 2:50 to go in the first half. The winner of this game will meet Nigeria in the quarterfinals of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Senegal still leading by 9 points. Let's head down to hear what Coach Desagana Diop has to say to his players.
We always talk about finishing half. You can't let them back in again. We finish the half, we're good, right? If they're in the zone right here, bring it in the zone. Bronco, you're going to bring it up. You're going to be here. You're going to be here, right? You know they're in the zone, they're going to be like this. Or they might get it. Whoever come up, you're going to come set this screen right here. Yo, when you're going to do it, you're going to have the whole fucking land get in there, right? If they collapse, you got shooter. If not, you're going to finish. After you guys set the screen, you roll and you just pop. Come on again, huh? It's going to be in the zone. It's going to be 2-3. He's not going to guard it. So yeah, you do the land's going to be wide open. You're driving that motherfucker. If they come help, go, you roll. No, yo, I couldn't be able to do it, yo. No. I couldn't be X. Land. Stay in the corner, wide open, okay?
But hey, if you don't score, they don't score. Let's be solid defensively.
We've been good. Closing out. We got it. Keep doing those things, right?
Hey, what he's going to do is corner three. Run him up the line, all right?
If they in man, listen. If they in man, go feet tight.
Well, currently South Sudan leading the rebound. Oh no, Senegal leading the rebound count, 27-19. Senegal currently with 12 offensive boards, but they do have 8 turnovers as opposed to only 6 coming from South Sudan. And Coach, another interesting stat, while Senegal have 4 3-point field goals, they've attempted 14. South Sudan have only attempted 7, but they've converted 3 of those. And as we've seen in the past, South Sudan usually, whether it's the World Cup, qualifies, whatever, very efficient 3-point shooting team.
They've had to re-identify themselves. In the past, been a spread pick and roll team, trying to get a lot of threes up. different roster here in this tournament. It's been a struggle for them to find scoring.
6 seconds now for Diop. Loses control of it. Badio's got to put something up. He's been great tonight. Goes out of bounds. South Sudan get it back. Just love the energy from Mustafa Diop and Badji, both Badji as well. Trying to make themselves really tough with contesting offensive boards.
Well, that 2-3 zone from Sudan, South Sudan, has been a nice little change up there, trying to take the rhythm away from Senegal. Nothing really going South Sudan's way so far in this game.
Well, they went for the Spain action in the end, turning it over. And now Senegal looking to extend back to a double-digit lead. Well, Boissy takes a three, goes up, buries it. Number 5 for Senegal.
That's an aggressive shot there. Almost had the ball deflected from behind, decided to pull it anyway, knocking the shot down.
12-point lead. Boissy coming up with a steal. Now Diop wants to go all the way and count it. He's going to the free throw line to convert this into a 3-point play.
Tremendous defense there from Boissy, forcing the steal, diving on the floor, finding Diop up ahead, and everything clicking for Senegal right now.
South Sudan getting ready for a change. They are going to bring the big man, Joe Luau-Cho, in. Right now, South Sudan, for them, taking care of the basketball, but tough foul to give away by Kendall McKellum, because I think he's trying to foul him enough to, not let him get the ad one, but if you foul him too hard, you're looking at potentially an unsportsmanlike foul.
You see the strength of Diop downhill. They really started with Boissy's defense. He's done a great job there. 2-2-1 full court pressure paying dividends.
Well, Diop unable to convert the 3-point play. He's had a relatively good season in the 2nd division of France last season with Vichy. McCullough. Oh, again, just lost control, no foul. Now here comes Senegal. Boissy made his last 3. Almost got this one. Diop comes up with it. Second chance points again falling to Senegal.
If you're South Sudan, you got to be careful here. Not let this lead balloon to too insurmountable amount.
Oh, Boissy just all over the place right in front of us. And a timeout is going to be called. I think Luau Deng, unfortunately for them, William Gabriel currently does have 4 fouls. I don't think we're going to see him coach until the 2nd half.
Well, we definitely are. And this is a good timeout here. Coach Deng just try to settle these guys down. Opportunity for maybe 2 for 1.
You got him down. You got him down. Come on. It's a lot of time. Stop. You're not defeated yet, yo. Hey, finish the half. Hey, listen. When we go back in, guard, you got to drive all the way down. We got the layup. Get in there, pump fake, and lay it up. They're all the way down here. They can't keep doing that the whole game. We got to be aggressive, go into their chest, or get in here, pump fake, get the foul. We're going in here so soft. Everybody's driving in here looking for somebody. Go in there and fucking dunk it. Go in there and pump fake and get a foul. Come on. We're playing so fucking soft, man.
This ain't us, y'all. This is not us.
Hey, get it
embarrassing,
in.
yo. Come
Listen,
on.
get it
Come
in,
on.
Joe. BG, you got it here. Joe, you're coming to get it. We're in C. Joe, roll hard and stop tracking. Roll hard. Nudie, you're rolling up. We got this downhill, or you got Nudie back up. Come on.
Come on, y'all. Let's go. Hey, together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Well, it's now the 2nd time Luau Deng's had to call a timeout, and again, the message just very deliberate. They've got to play hard, as he said.
Yeah, trying to rally these guys here for this final minute. Got to be careful this game doesn't get away from you. Sounds like it's just going to be a basic pick and roll with a roll and replace. See if they can get Nooney and Mott lost here in the traffic, find a pop 3 for him.
Well, they can definitely try to get 2 more good offenses before the half break. Yak being defended by Boissy. Has space. Now wants to penetrate. Avoids the block. Joe Luau-Cho comes up with it. Deng goes baseline. Goes up with it. No foul. Wow. It's tough there because that time Deng did look like he initiated some contact.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was a foul there, but the official saying the shot clock had gone off, and that's the trouble when you've got these baseline clocks. Really hard to know what the remaining time is when you get in these late clock situations.
Boissy finds separation. He'll go for another three, and he gets, sinks it. Jean-Jacques Boissy extending it now to a 19-point lead.
And this was your fear. Nothing going your way for South Sudan, but can't let this thing balloon to 20.
Well, Nuniamont looking for an ISO. Another turnover. Now they have numbers. Boissy. Oh, found Branco Badio. He was trying to find Faye, but they will go for the final shot. Badio's got 16. Senegal lead by 19. And it's a backcourt violation. That was quite a gamble there from South Sudan's Gat Cook, because had he picked up the foul, they would have sent him to the free throw line.
Well, it looked like it was probably a foul there, but it really started with Boissy not converting. 3-on-0 fast break. He's just got to go in and finish it there, take the points, and finish the half to the stop.
5 seconds here for South Sudan. Just throw it away. Oh, Badio pulls up, three, takes it, and wow, wow, baby! Senegal will go into the halftime break with a 21-point lead, and it indeed has become the Branco Badio show.
What a shot there from Badio. Looks like he was fouled as well. There's nothing going their way.
Well, things here getting a little bit heated. Luau Deng just trying to calm things down, but wow, wow, baby! Branco Badio converting at the end of the first half. I'll say it again, Senegal. Wow, wow, baby!
It's a huge shot. You see everybody jawing at each other here as they head into the locker room. If you're Senegal, you show some discipline. Everything has gone your way. You don't want anything to shift the emotion of this game. And if you're South Sudan, not surprising they're going to come off frustrated. And if you're Senegal, you just got to keep your head. Don't give anything that's going to change a great half from your team.
Well, there you can see the rebound count. Branco Badio, the only man in double figures, has got 19 points. He has been on fire. Now we'll take a look at the highlights here from the second quarter. Well, here are the top plays. I mean, this was a very close game at one point, but Senegal have just really stepped it up a notch here against the team who did qualify for the Olympics. So far, Senegal 6 out of 18 from the perimeter and making things happen in the paint. And good to see Ibrahima Diallo coming off the bench and getting 2 points.
Well, just dominant performance there in the second quarter. 25 points in that quarter, and a lot of it coming off of their defense, able to get into transition. That's how Boissy, beautiful lob there. Really everything going Senegal's way.
Well, it's been the transition. Obaji, excuse me, that time connecting, and here was Diop down the middle, going in and throwing it down with no regard. That was a big time BEA, beautiful play. And Nuniamont that time just not able to come over and rotate, but I think the concerning point for South Sudan, coach, one of their star players, Wenyan Gabriel, 4 fouls. Do you bring him in the third, or do you wait to the fourth?
Well, I think you got to bring him in. You know, nothing going your way. I think you just got to roll the dice, hope that he can be smart, not pick up that 5th foul. But you know, you're just struggling right now to find any kind of positive momentum.
Well, of course, Kendall McCullum is having a very tough game, and you know they rely on him heavily to be the not only the playmaker, facilitate the score, but so far it's been a very tough game for Indeed. Only 6 points, but basketball fans will be back in just over 13 minutes.
Let's get this body size. Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown. Goes in for the dunk. Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good. who goes in and scores. Ah! This is what it's all about. It's all one big basketball family, folks. He is a magician. Winning time. Both teams over the limit. You have got to be kidding me!
Woman Warriors off to the races is Almeida. That is beautiful play from Almeida. Wow. The pass, so amazing. Well, 3 defenders around him now with his Fernando to Dundao. Pass back! Funded in by Bruno Fernando. Out on the break is Lucani, chased down by Majokeng. Excellent work.
I mean, just trying to deal with the pressure. The Valley trying to. Oh my goodness! That's Louisville, baby, and that's Samalek.
Well, there's Honest Mahmoud on display. The athleticism, the length, but the pass as well.
Nice delivery. Here comes Shusha. Good hands by Boissy. Senegal come up with it. Here's the pass. Look out. And wow, wow, baby. Wow, wow, baby. And he's going to the free throw line for the three-point play.
Oh, my goodness. What a finish there.
Oh, man. Post in time. Wow.
Oh, what a pass and dunk.
Well, you look at how he went a feet up top and 2 guys caught underneath. And Ward, wow. Costello, Bolari on the drive. Bolari shot up. It is Dali for Cote d'Ivoire. Drops in the 2 points. Here's the shot from Bolari as it goes up. Dali picking it up, dropping it in, and they pick up the win.
He's going to be dangerous anytime he's rolling to the rim.
That spins, goes in, gets rejected. Well, Lomasoa could have picked up his 3rd. But in the end, becoming Madagascar's insurance policy.
Credit to him, not backing down, playing with those 2 fouls right there.
Oh my goodness! We saw a nutmeg from Canute and then a throwdown. And coach, sorry to cut you off. We don't ever see nutmegs like that in the game of basketball. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back, everybody, live here in Luanda, Angola, for the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Currently, it's a big lead for Senegal over South Sudan. They have a 46-25 advantage. Well, it has been the Bronco Barrio show. And currently playing for Valencia in the Spanish ACB Liga Endesa. But let's take a look at South Sudan's top scorer, Jock Dang. Well, Coach, he was very much a spot-up three-point shooter, 3-and-D almost, if you like, in the World Cup back in 2023. Tonight, he may need to be their go-to player.
Well, it's been a struggle for South Sudan to find scoring from anybody. So they're going to need more than just him to step up. I think McCollum also He's going to have to look to be a lot more aggressive offensively for them to chip away at this lead.
Well, the problem for South Sudan, Wendy and Gabriel picked up a foul and then unfortunately also picked up a technical, but it was good post work by Jock Dang. That time taking on Diallo inside the paint. And you said it, Coach, they've got to find scoring from other areas if they're going to be competitive and try to make it to the quarterfinals. Remember, the winner of this game will meet Nigeria, the Tigers, in the quarterfinals. That will indeed be in a few days' time. But what else does South Sudan need to change, Coach?
Well, you know, there's a lot, obviously, body language, having the confidence and belief. They haven't really had anything go their way. I think having Gabriel pick up that fourth foul with the technical, we saw them lose their composure there right at the end at halftime as they're walking into the locker room.
Well, we just seen before the end of the first half, there was a little bit of a melee. We don't know what happened, but players came together at the tunnel as they were just heading to the change room. Things would get out of hand. Here's Branco Barrio, who's been magnificent tonight with 19 points, hitting that final three at the end of the first half. But a very good sign, Coach. You just saw Dessa Ghana Diop, Luau Dang, and both coaches from both teams' coaching staffs come together, shake hands, and I think that's been resolved.
Well, you know, emotions running high. Obviously, South Sudan frustrated with the way that quarter ended, and you know, Barrio, a big part of that, knocking down that huge three right at the end of the half.
Well, they cannot leave him wide open. Of course, many great years in the Basketball Champions League with Baxi Manresa. Now, of course, just playing a little bit south of Manresa in Spain. Right now, he's leading the way. And, you know, great for him because we've seen him have his inconsistencies and his struggles here at the AfroBasket from the three-point line. But I tell you what, he made it count when it mattered, Coach, when they went up against Mali.
Well, he's now put together two tremendous halves. So, you know, everything clicking for Senegal, outscoring South Sudan 23-5 over that final 6 minutes and 15 seconds. And if you're South Sudan, you just got to chip away slowly. You know, you're not going to get this all back right away. I think you got to go with Gabriel to start the half. You know, hope for the best in terms of him not picking up that fifth foul, but it's really just been nothing positive to build off of so far in this game.
Well, we are now under 5 minutes away from getting this game back underway, but like you said, you got to bring Gabriel back in the lineup. But Coach, he's going to have to play 20 minutes of the most disciplined basketball of his career because they really need him on the floor. But his style of play, is that possible? Because, you know, he's end-to-end. He sets screens, he gets to the bucket, he plays good defense. That's like the biggest test he's going to have of his international career.
Well, he's going to have to be disciplined. He's got to know how important he is to this team, not pick up that fifth foul. And I just think, though, the first 3 or 4 minutes of this quarter are so important. Can't allow this lead to, you know, push up to 25, 26 points. So you don't have to go on a huge run. You can just chip away a little bit, try to find some momentum somewhere. I mean, especially in the offensive end where it's really been a struggle for South Sudan.
And they got to get something from Joe Luau, Chill, the big fella. Like I said, last season, had a great year playing in Turkey. But these Senegalese players, you've got Ibu Badji, you've got Diop, you've got Faye, you've got an inside force that is very tough to break down, Coach.
Well, it's just a different South Sudan team. So the success that they've had over these past couple of years really has been about playing up-tempo, playing spread pick and roll, putting the ball in Carlik Jones's hands. This game, only 7 3-point attempts so far in the half, and you know, they've had to re-identify themselves in this tournament. You know, who can step up for them? We see Ladio there with the big first half for Senegal.
Well, if he picks up right where he left off, it's going to be a very, very tough second half of South Sudan. But you look at some of their other performance, the second leading scorers, Jean-Jacques Boissy, Ibrahim Afey, and Mustafa Diop, all of 6 apiece. But I think what we saw most impressive as well from Senegal was just the relentless tenacity to go after offensive rebounds. 13 offensive boards in that half for Senegal. And if you look at second chance points, slightly leading 9 against 6, but I think also points from turnovers. Senegal have 17 points off of South Sudan's turnovers, Coach.
Well, especially there at the very end. So just the activity levels of Senegal have been higher than South Sudan so far in this game. So, you know, we've seen Badji, Diallo, 7 offensive rebounds between the 2 centers for Senegal, and you know, able to force a lot of steals. You know, Mane really aggressive, getting his hands everywhere. We saw Bassi there at the end, forcing some turnovers. So if you're South Sudan, you just gotta find something to build a little bit of momentum off. I think they really gotta, even though McCollum hasn't been shooting well, put the ball in his hands. Maybe go back to that spread pick and roll game. Let him take that role of Carly Jones, see if he can create some offense for this team.
Well, no doubt this team believes. South Sudan, they've probably been given the same message at halftime from Coach Luol Deng. But the 5-time champions, Senegal, remember they lost in the group stage against Egypt. They won against Mali. They had to make a bit of a comeback in the 4th quarter, and that's where they are right now. Well, Wendy and Gabriel going back to the changing room, coach, as we can see again.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there. Maybe tape issue, something going on there. Maybe having to get retaped, but.
When the ball in the air, you start coming. Blanco, just set a screen here and roll. Okay. She's going to be right open for a layup, all right?
Let's go. Allez, bend in your net.
Your man probably going to go. Some energy, let's go. Some energy.
1, 2, 3.
Together.
Just more, man.
Well, basketball fans, scan that QR code and download Courtside 1891 so you can get the best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions and also the warm-up games ahead of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Courtside 1891, scan that QR code and download it today. Well, new half, South Sudan down by 21. Well, the possession arrow goes in their favor, so assuming they will have first possession, and you said it, Coach, first few minutes are going to be very, very important for South Sudan.
Well, really both teams, you know, if you're Coach Job, you're telling your guys, you know, hey, if we can just kind of weather the storm here, you know South Sudan's going to come out with everything they have in the first 3 or 4 minutes. I think if South Sudan looks up and that lead hasn't budged or even expanded, it's just, you know, it's tough mentally. It looks like there was a technical assess probably during that little skirmish we saw there as teams are going into the locker room.
Well, he has a chance to move up to 20 and extend that lead to 22 points. He does just that. Oh, another one.
Well, that's interesting. Not sure who got assessed. 2 technicals there. Maybe there's a disqualification. We need to get an explanation there. Certainly we saw everybody in that skirmish there in the tunnel. Didn't really see one player stand out amongst that crowd there, but maybe something happening further into the tunnel where we couldn't see.
Well, Wendy Gabriel didn't pick up anything because he only has 4 fouls. I was just wondering when you said that. Could it have been that he maybe have picked up? I don't know, because he doesn't have 5 fouls on the stat sheet right now. So
I'm really curious. I'm not seeing any foul assessed to a player. So I'm not sure if the coaching staff had 2 technical free throws there. So
that's trying to fight around the ball screen. Tough kick out. Finding Mane. Good hands by McCollum. That's going to be a 24-second violation. Well, apart from the technical free throws, well, something's happened here. I think, yeah, blood's come out. Well, this is not good. Faye, I don't know what happened, but it doesn't look good for him. Hopefully he's okay.
Saw the players immediately signal for the training staff to get out to the court. I'll have to see a replay here to know what happened, but good.
I don't know if it's when the shot was attempted or when he was on the ground. Maybe some contact may have happened. Let's have a look here. Oh, right there. Oh, it's the shoulder. Okay.
Elbow too, as he was holding that screen. And sometimes, I hate to think this, but I've unfortunately had my nose broken, and I know what that can feel like. I think maybe he caught an elbow up high, and what happens is just immediately you lose your balance and able to see. You saw him just go down immediately there. He hasn't gotten back up. And my fear is that potentially that might have been what happened there.
Well, let's hope he's okay. Still on the ground, because as you said, it's not just the blood. It's not. It's the. It looks like he's going to get back to the ground, so that's a good sign. That's quite a hit to take, and you know what, Coach? He's tough as nails as well.
It really is, and there's blood all over that jersey. See him holding the nose. Let's hope it's just a bloody nose. It really looked like he took a big shot there, trying to set the screen.
Well, looks like he's walking okay. And like I said, hopefully we'll see him back. A true warrior to take that and to be able to get back up, because you saw through the replay. I mean, that was quite a shot.
Yeah, it really was. I hope Jop's okay there.
Well, it's going to be South Sudan ball. Down by 23 points. I don't think there was really any malicious intent in that either. I think that was literally trying to fight around the screen, but that's quite a big, strong player, Coach.
No question. No foul called there. Surprised the officials didn't go to the table to take a look at that.
I think they did, actually. I think when they came from it, though. That's.
Not sure how they could go to the table and come up with nothing. It looked like a pretty obvious elbow to the face.
Just trying to avoid any sweat, but any potential blood that is on the floor. Then you can see Nuni Ahmad just having a friendly conversation with Faye. Faye has 6 points tonight. Ahmad has 4. He's had a very quiet game, but Senegal have defended him very well.
It's interesting, Lenny Gabriel still in the locker room. I'm not sure what's going on there. Obviously, it's been a frustrating game for him. Maybe he was getting retaping. We haven't seen any fouls assessed. I don't know if that was part of the technical free throws that we saw to start the half here.
But that's what I thought, but you can still see he only has 4 fouls though, so he's very much still in the game. No, actually, I'm wrong, Coach. I apologize. Looking at the stats that we have, live stats, he has 5 fouls.
I guess that must be what happened there. We'll have to get an explanation from the officials, but I guess there's your answer. So a disqualification, probably something that occurred in that tunnel. We saw words and some pushing from our angle, but maybe it spilled over deeper into the locker room.
That's wide open, nails it. 4-3 of the game. South Sudan currently 50%. Can they build on this? But as you said, they're going to have to do it without Wendy and Gabriel. Baji in the lane. Baji goes up. Baji's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
We don't know what happened back there, but assuming it was a disqualifying technical, if you're winning Gabriel, you just show more discipline there. Your team really needs you here in the second half, and there's a lot of frustration for him, but it's going to be tough here for South Sudan without their big man.
Baji, he played for the Milwaukee Bucks last season in the preseason. I obviously remember him playing in the BCL with La Laguna Tenerife, but because prior to this game, it only made 2 free throws in the group stage. But now makes them both.
He's been great. Filling in for Kamara after he went down with that ankle injury. He's active defensively. They're making 2 free throws.
They call him a little teardrop. That will build his confidence.
I think that's what they got to go to. More just spread, pick and roll. Ball in his hands, let him create.
Still a 20-point deficit. Badio. Right now has been cooking tonight. Badio goes in, out of control. Another offensive rebound. Second chance points. Again, it's all Senegal, coach.
It really is. Face done well there. Picking up his offensive rebound and put back.
Mock just trying to work around the screen. Gatch, out of control. That's going to be a foul. That's a lucky break for South Sudan because it should have been a turnover.
Almost twice there. Gatch maybe got away with a little bit of a travel, and then on his kick out, Mane almost coming up with the steal.
That's number 4 for him.
Here's South Sudan, Mane picking up that 4th foul, but now Boissy entering the game. So you've got that dynamic backcourt that we saw close out that second quarter. We also saw that in the big comeback.
Well, here we go, steps around, and McCollum picks up the foul. And this just becomes very frustrating for South Sudan in the offense.
Nothing going their way. And the activity of Senegal really causing a lot of problems. It's been a struggle this whole game in the half court for South Sudan. No answers so far.
Well, that's McCollum's second foul. Senegal right now converting from the charity stripe very, very well this evening. So now 11 out of 13 from the free throw line. Make them both. 24-point lead. 5-time champions of the AfroBasket. Total control of this game. Rudy Amat goes to the bucket. Nice movement. He's got to be more aggressive.
Great finish there. Challenging Baji at the rim, finishing with the left hand.
Well, Watson's got space. Finds Badio. He's got 21 points now. Make it 24. Franco Badio is cooking, coach.
And that's why I love this combination. If Boissy comes in the game, Badio's able to slide over, play that shooting guard position. Great job there. Boissy fighting the kick out, creating the open 3.
Jolu Chill will find the 3. I don't think I ever saw him take a 3 last season in the BCL, but hey, guess what? Make it count now. South Sudan come up with it. Now unsportsmanlike foul. So this is going to be 2 free throws to South Sudan, and they will get it back.
It's just not smart there. Boissy turning it over. He wants to try to make it back. He actually had the defender back in the paint. He's going to do his best to sprint back.
They've got to be able to make their free throws, though, coach. That has been a struggle tonight for South Sudan. Just 6 points. He's made 1 3-pointer. That's his first free throw of the evening. It's a 5-point turnaround. He now becomes South Sudan's joint leading scorer with Kendall McCollum at 8 points. Luau Chill, finding Nuni Amat. High bull screen. Amat goes into a little teardrop and gets it to go. 7-0 run from South Sudan.
A nice response here from South Sudan. Another great drive there from Nuni Amat. Surprised we haven't seen Tino look to switch that and use the ball handler and pick and roll.
Well, Baji's got it in the paint. Didn't want to go for the back down. High screen coming. Oh, goes for contested 3. That time not going to get it. South Sudan build. Nice take by Joe Luau. Chill. That time it is a goaltending. Oh no. Well, coach, was it on the way down? Luau Deng is asking the question.
Well, it looked to me like it definitely was on the way down. I thought that's what the call was goaltending. Didn't realize there was a blocking foul there, so they should count this basket.
Let's have a look here. It's close. Well, they haven't counted it, I don't think.
They're saying he got it on the way up. Let's see it from a different angle there.
Was unable to make the first free throw. Second one converted. 17-point deficit. Russia coming.
Yeah, 2-2-1 press here. Force some turnovers.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But no second direct chance points. Badio looks to attack, goes in, unstoppable. 26 for Bronco Badio.
He really has been unstoppable. Dancing with the ball there up on the perimeter.
Well, putting it back to a 19-point lead. Look at this mismatch, no problem.
Great take there from Badio, just kind of isolating him out there on the perimeter, going to that left hand. Got to rotate over. I expect Badio with the ball in his hands to try to make something happen.
It's a good thinking catch. Can't make as McCollum comes up with it. Oh, quick hands, quick thinking. Desagana Diop is going to call timeout. South Sudan showing a bit of life, coach.
Nice response there. With the lead ballooning to 25 and come back here. McCollum with the big steal. We've seen that from him earlier in this game as well.
Of course, Senegal don't want to get too comfortable. They've got to remain focused, but we'll go to the bench to find out what Desagana Diop is going to say to his players.
It's just about defense. Yo, come on, man. Come on. Let's get him out of here. Don't give him no life, man. It started good, but they scored like 4 straight times. 4 straight times. Come on, we can't do that. Jaja, you're gonna be here. Everybody's in the corner. Who's that? Who's right here? Just come on, Jaja, come on. I'm gonna get open here. Come just throw it and fly out of it. Try to get it back, and let's see if you can turn that corner. Go get a layup, all right? Come on. Let's go. Come on, get open. Be strong with the ball.
Well, welcome everybody. We're live here in Luanda, Angola for the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Of course, it's been a dominant display from Senegal, but as it stands, South Sudan cutting it down to a 17-point lead. As Ibrahim Afei 4 rebounds away from a potential double-double. But the big talk of the night has been Bronco Badio. Double B has been cooking tonight for the Lions.
He's been incredible so far in this game, and surprisingly, we see full court pressure here from South Sudan. They got to continue to try to force some turnovers, chip away at this lead.
Jock Dang trying to put it on a bit of pressure. Last on the floor. They don't want to pick up any silly fouls now. South Sudan's got 1 to give. Badio penetrates. Nowhere to go. Has to put up a tough one. Can't get it. That goes out of bounds, but Senegal will get it back. McCollum saying to his coach, go for a challenge.
I'm not sure.
Well, Dang's going to go for it, yep.
He's trusting his player there, but I don't think that's where you want to challenge. And even if you win it, you're not taking points off the board, so I think you're better served using that maybe something surefire later in this game.
Well, we're going to go to the monitor and hear what the referees have to say. Will this be a successful head coach's challenge from Luol Deng?
I see the tap on the block and no more touch, ball goes out of bounds. Do you see the same thing? Okay. After the review, initial decision remains white ball. After the review, white ball.
Unsuccessful head coach's challenge. Kendall McCullum just saying to the referee, I didn't touch it.
Yeah, I think Coach Deng, you just tried to support your player. Obviously, McCullum had the reaction, but you'd like to see that used in something more obvious and something that's going to take points off the board.
10 on the shot clock for the Lions. Barrio wants to attack the defense, goes in, gets rejected. Can South Sudan push? Going all the way, too strong. Tipping no good, but they come up with it. Joe Luau Chill fighting. Jock Dang, pump fake going in, and Cam missing from point blank range.
Tough miss there from Dang, but I like the fight here from South Sudan. We really haven't seen this energy from them in this game. There's still a lot of time here.
Finding Baji, and Baji throws it out of bounds. Because you know when this game could give us a bit of nostalgia? When we were there 2 years ago in Manila, Coach, South Sudan's opening game against Puerto Rico, when they had a similar lead at halftime, and Puerto Rico came back and won. We could see something similar, but in the reverse.
Their activity levels really stepped up here, able to force some turnovers with their ball pressure and rotation. That's what they're going to need in order to get back in this game.
Dang, tough three, buries it, and all of a sudden, it's now a 14-point deficit.
That's a great response here from South Sudan. Looks like Senegal was going to put this game away. And the turnovers starting to mount here for Senegal.
McCullum trying to get up in the face of Jean-Jacques Boissy. Back to Baji. Big man kicks out. Faye, three, corner. Can't get it. And now South Sudan riding on the momentum. Nuni Amat wants to go right at the defense. Almost turns it over. Now there's a bit of an injury, I think. Wow, Chill may have just taken, I think it was the shin probably, not the ankle.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what happened there.
I think it's South Sudan ball because it was a jump ball called.
A jump ball. Oh no, his foot. His ankle getting caught underneath his body there.
Still he's up and still wants to play. This is the AfroBasket. This is where the players are simply tough as nails. Amat trying to post up. Finding Dang. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the third. Great to see Chop back in the game as well. We talk about tough as nails. Amat trying to force his way, but he gets denied. And this time the goaltending is finally called. But Coach, my honest opinion, that looked better than the previous two.
Well, I agree with you there. It definitely looked like that might have been clean. Interesting to see if Coach Chop decides to challenge. I guess he doesn't. But great to see Mustafa Chop back in this game.
Yeah. As he went down, that elbow to the face. Bit of Spain action coming here. There's the alley-oop, Baji. That's how the foul's called. He'll go to the free throw line. Well, when in doubt, Coach, just lob it up to Big Baji because he's hungry. He is hungry to get to the quarterfinals and meet Nigeria. Let's have a look here.
I don't know. I can see that slow motion. Looks to me like that's going up. Hasn't hit the glass yet.
I mean, the previous 2 blocks, you could argue potentially maybe they were goaltendings, but.
Yeah, I agree. I think that one's a clean block. Coach Jopp elected not to challenge that one. It's hard. You don't have instant replay on the bench in this tournament, so he's really just going off of what he sees live. You know, such a quick play there. Hard to really know when you're seeing it from his angle.
Unable to convert the second one. Still a 13-point lead to South Sudan. Excuse me, to Senegal. South Sudan still battling. Ahmad coming off the screen. Pulls up. Quick shot. No foul given. Senegal comes up with it. Bossy trying to lead the brigade. Well, they get a look in the corner. Jopp doesn't come up with it. Well, the defense definitely aggressive. Very physical on both ends of the floor. McCollum almost lost it. Dang, made his last 3. Another one. Joe Luau Chill just struck. Well, McCollum's on the ground now.
Wow, South Sudan really fortunate there. You know, the official stopping play with McCollum on the ground. There's clearly a transition opportunity for Senegal. I mean, you see he's staying in the game, so South Sudan caught a break there.
Dang into the game now here for South Sudan. This will be the first time checking in, so McCollum's going out. Just under 3 minutes. Senegal's got to try to bring back that spark to their offense. Well, if you're South Sudan, you want to try to cut it into single digits. Smooth play by Boissy. That's deflection, goes out of bounds.
Certainly deflected there. The matchup zone on that possession. Effective once again. This is a tough entry there from that dead corner.
Well, they want to go in. Boissy puts up a 3. Just can't get it. Amat secures the rebound. Oh, dang, left wide open. It's gonna be a little too short. Now, who tipped it in? Badji may have done that very accidentally.
I think it did come off of Badji's hands.
Well, now it's an 11-point game. Again, Badio, good ball reversal. Boissy draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. Not like that, coach. You see Badio quickly just goes right at the bucket, kicks it out, ball reversal. Probably the best play we've seen from Senegal so far here in the third quarter.
Well, there's been a stretch here. It's been a struggle for them offensively. Credit to South Sudan. They've really stepped up their activity levels. And we saw that lead for Senegal pushed out to 25. And since that point, it's been hard for Senegal to generate really any offense.
Well, Boissy, that's his first point since scoring his second 3-point shot tonight. Second one good. Double change coming in for Senegal, excuse me, as both Babacar Diallo and Ibrahima Diallo subbing into the game, giving Badji and Branco Badio a little bit of a respite for the final 2:14.
For South Sudan, you've done such a good job to claw your way back in this game, but now these final 2 minutes, really important. Even if you just kept it at 13, I think you're going in this fourth quarter feeling great.
Dang. Hesitates, baseline, tries to step through. Final seconds, Gatch, no foul given, still gets it off. Senegal come up with it. As the spark finally burnt out here for South Sudan. Boissy pulls up, 3, takes it. Well, Diallo's gonna knock that out of bounds, so South Sudan will get it back with 1:33.
Maybe just a little aggressive there from Boissy. You see the early pull up from 3.
Well, the score is actually 62-49. Senegal have a 13-point lead. now working this ball screen scenario. He'll pull up mid-range. Nothing going here for South Sudan. Now attacking the gaps. Got here by Quad. That's a bit of a hook shot. Nothing worked for Senegal. Van Gak pulling transition. Coast to coast contact now. Was there an interference? Oh, no, they're going to. See the replay.
Official signaled good basket, didn't he? I think that's.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so it counts.
A mistake, though. It looked to me like he definitely touched it. To see a replay here.
Let's have a look. There's the initial layup. Watch the follow-up. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe from that angle he didn't. I mean, the official was right on top of that play, so credit to them.
Three-point play converted. It's been cut down to 10 points. But Senegal, given the time, could finish with a 2-for-1.
Back in that 2-3 matchup.
On the shot clock for the 5-time champions of the FIBA AfroBasket. Diallo steps through mid-range, can't get it. That goes out of bounds. South Sudan will get it back, coach.
Chance here, maybe even at a 2-for-1. They've done well to get back in this game. You thought there was no life left, and I think this 2-3 matchup is giving them something to anchor on. Been able to get a lot of stops from that. It's put them in transition. Nice job of getting downhill.
Oh, good defense. Deny him at the pace. And now Boissy. Here we go. South Sudan can finish it. Gatch is going to go in. Can't finish. The follow-up. Quad cuts it down to 8. What a turnaround.
A huge 4-point swing there.
South Sudan, no fouls to give. Senegal, final bucket. Boissy, step back. He's made 2 threes. And doesn't get that. Well, coach, we're heading into the final 10 minutes. Senegal led by as many as 24, but has been cut down to 8. And this is why you always trail in transition.
And nobody getting back there from Senegal. Credit South Sudan. Their activity and energy levels really coming up from midway in this quarter. Using that zone, that's giving Senegal a lot of problems there. A lot of time left in this game still.
Well, we're going to look at the stats. Right now, South Sudan just trying to match the rebounds at the moment, something that they were really depleted on in the first half. And even their offensive boards have gone up to 12. And that's huge for them. Both teams, 13 turnovers apiece. But if you look at South Sudan, now with 4 players in double figures. Well, we'll take a look at the top plays here from the third quarter. Started with the 3-point. Now, actually, it started with the technical foul free throws due to the melee that we had at the end of the first half. But Gatch has come in and played a very good kind of primary point guard role when Kendall McCollum has been on the bench, coach.
Well, you see the tough take there. I think it really started with the 2-3 matchup. They were able to get some stops. Senegal's really struggled to create open looks against that. And those stops have led to transition. So a lot of their baskets have come with Senegal's defense not being set. I think that was the main issue in the first half. Really had a hard time scoring in the half court.
Well, remember, the winner of this game will indeed meet your former team coach, the Tigers, Nigeria, who I'm sure are watching this game closely and probably analyzing all the aspects. I mean, Nigeria's last game against Cameroon, even though they ended up winning by 9, given the circumstances, unfortunately, what happened to Jeremiah Hill and the emotions and the energy where that game was going. That was a game of games. But basketball fans, if you love the FIBA AfroBasket, if you love international hoops, scan that QR code, download the Courtside 1891 app, where you can get extended highlights and live streams of FIBA competitions and the warm-up games ahead of the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. Courtside 1891, download it today. Well, where to begin in that third quarter? Coach, South Sudan, I'll let you break it down. That was incredible.
Only 29 points in that quarter for South Sudan. I mean, they had nothing going offensively. able to find some transition opportunities there. Interesting to see Blasi and Badio starting this quarter out. Are they going to look to go the entire rest of the way in this game?
Now we're at the 10. Senegal. There's a foul committed. And that's going to be on Jock Dang. It was good defense right up until there, but that's the advantage of having players like Jean-Jacques Boissy and Branco Badio. I mean, they can draw a lot of problems against any players on the floor.
Coach Job needs these playmakers to step up right now. Badio in particular has really been the sole offense for this Senegal team.
Well, Diallo's going to get called for a traveling violation. And I just wonder how much longer this Ghana Diop is going to keep Badji on the bench.
Well, momentum's a funny thing in this game, and right now all the momentum is South Sudan.
Ahmad being heavily defended by Diop. He got the ball out of his hands. Dang, he's made a few tonight. Almost got it. Going up, but they can't finish. Oh, Diallo, that's going to be an elbow. And coach, Diallo turns it over, then comes up with a big rebound. But unfortunately, this time, getting called for the offensive foul and giving South Sudan yet again another chance.
I'm surprised they don't look at this.
Well, they're talking about it. You can see one referee. They're coming together. Let's have a look here. So no, they're not going to.
Elbow coming up there.
Well, Jock goes in. This time the foul's called. So now he has a chance to cut it down to 6. This time it's on Senegal.
Really nice underneath out of bounds play there. Cross screen. Dang, on that curl cut. Chance to cut this lead to 6.
Well, Jock Dang so far 10 points this evening. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Because he spent a lot of time playing in and out of the Australian NBL. Most recently, actually in the FIBA West Asia Super League with Al Ittihad Jeddah from Saudi Arabia, and also played in the 2024 FIBA Intercontinental Cup. That time with Tasmania Jack Jumpers. Second free throw, no good. Senegal just trying to hold on to a 7-point lead. A little bit of a ghost action coming from Diop. Now Diallo coming for the full screen. Badio down the middle. Finds Diallo. Diop may have just got away with stepping out of bounds. Badio's been on fire tonight. That time not getting it. Oh, good hands by Diallo. Can he make up for it? Still can't finish. Silla. Ball flying everywhere. Goes out of bounds. Senegal will get it back.
It's been such a struggle for Senegal on the half court. Where can they go to for points right now?
Well, they're in the same situation Mali was in when they defeated Mali. Final game in the group. Badio wants to go to the defense. Badio in and around, still can't finish. Dang comes up with it. Finds Gatch. Gatch in the corner, wide open, 3. Just can't finish.
Great look there, and this is where South Sudan has been so much better in the second half. They're able to get out in transition. That's where they're at their best.
Nice hesitation. Branco Badio now has 28 and going to work.
That was a great triple move there. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of this offense here down the stretch. It'll be interesting to see. Can he play the entire fourth quarter? They're going to need him in crunch time.
Oh, Gatch, bit of contact. No foul call, coach.
It looked like he was hit on the wrist.
And Boissy goes in. Too big, too strong. Wow, wow, baby. And just too good. Coach, when Boissy goes to the bucket, it's Qualif time.
That's a big finish there. tough swing. South Sudan certainly thought that they were fouled on the other end, led to transition. Really tough finish there for Boissy.
Well, he hung in the air against Jacques Dang. Now has a chance to extend it to a 12-point lead, potentially a 5-0 run coming up here for Senegal.
I wonder if we'll see the 2-2-1 here, maybe back to a 2-3. We've seen the press from Senegal. They've been matching up out of it. But South Sudan in a great flow offensively. I'm going to throw some kind of curveball at them and try to take them out of the rhythm.
Well, Boissy unable to convert the three-point play. Catch. Attacks the gap, goes in. It's denied. And Badji's back. Here comes Badio. Badio with 28. Badio goes out of bounds.
Nice job there, South Sudan rotating over. You got to know when Badio has the ball in his hands to be ready. And huge block there from Badji.
Well, that was a big denial for sure. As he steps through, being heavily defended. There we go, and the connection. Wow, wow, baby! Senegal restoring a 13-point cushion. And you knew Boissy, when he was coming off that screen, he had one option. It was big, and it was Monsieur Badji. This is how they say, wow, wow, baby! Big-time play.
It's a great pass there. Just barely over the outreached arm of Qualif. See Badji rising up there for the powerful finish. Great response here from Senegal.
Well, you got to think, at some point, he's had a tough game tonight, but yeah, this is the reason they brought him in. You got to bring Kendall McCullum back in to give yourself a bit more of an option because, you know, Gatch has been great playing that point guard role, but he gives you that extra option, specifically as a scorer coach.
Well, I agree. I'm not sure if we saw him down on the ground earlier in the game, subbed out, hasn't been back in, so I'm not sure if it's injury related, but we need him to be dynamic. I saw a little bit of life there end of the third quarter with him in pick and roll, but he's been on the bench here for a little stretch.
Well, we'll see if he comes back from this timeout. South Sudan did get it down to single digits, but since then, it's been a good response from the five-time champions of the FIBA AfroBasket, Senegal. They've led by as many as actually 25. I said 24, I was incorrect. It's 25 they led by. You see Boissy 4 assists away from a double-double, and that was number 6. The lob, the finish by Big Badji.
It's a great pass there. You see when he's getting downhill and attacking, so dynamic a player. Yeah, that backcourt with Badio and Boissy are together as good as any in this tournament. I think the question is going to be, do they have enough in the tank? Still another 7 minutes here. Both these players with big minutes, both of these players starting this fourth quarter out. As Coach Schaap trying to find a quick breather for either one of them.
Gatch just dealing with the pressure from Boissy. This is why Nuni Amont's had to have the ball in his hands quite a lot here in the backcourt. Now going to a dribble handoff. The good defense by Boissy.
It's great pressure there from Boissy, and you gotta love the effort from him.
8 seconds on the shot clock for South Sudan. Final seconds. And that's going to be an illegal screen. Jacques Dang's going to get called for it. And that's going to be his fourth, coach.
You can see the replay here. Moving there.
Well, McCullum's getting ready to sub back in for South Sudan. Oh, no. He's actually, he got up off the bench. Now he's sat back down again.
You'd expect to see him. Need his offense here down the stretch.
Well, baseline. Good night. Au revoir. And goodbye.
Great cut there. And a really interesting spacing. I've seen more and more teams do this where they put their 5 in that opposite corner instead of the dunker.
Gats trying to attack. There's a kick out. Dang's got to make this one. Can it look good? But it just doesn't go in. But Dang making the effort to get back to prevent Baji from an open look. And one more time, Baji connects. Batch pulls up, quick three, it's up. That cuts it back down to 12. Not over yet.
Big response there from Gatch. You thought we were about to see another thunder dunk from Baji. I think it's a great pass from Boissy. Able to finish and led to a transition opportunity.
Drop down the middle, uncontested. That's way too easy.
South Sudan, your activity level is so good. Climb back in this game, you just gotta wonder if you have enough energy to sustain that for another 5.5 minutes here.
Well, Nudie Amon drawing the 3rd team foul, so now both teams only have one to give with 5:25 left. And there it is, baseline. I don't think anybody's going to want to take a charge against Big Ibu Baji.
And you see, he started in that corner. It was kind of interesting spacing, putting your 5 there. Something you've seen more and more European teams do, even University of Alabama in the United States, something they started doing as well.
Hang offensive rebound. Again, you kind of feel for these players because moments like that just kind of deplete their confidence. Boissy wide open, 3. Watch the offensive rebound. No foul given. Good take by Ahmad. Odd foul. And that's the final team foul for Senegal to give away. They still lead by 14.
Bodies everywhere in that play. Ahmad's done well. Draw that foul, and you just see the exhaustion on these guys. It's been such a battle. South Sudan, so much effort to climb back into this game.
Well, Jock Dane's going to come out. He's given a lot for this team tonight. 2 out of 6 from the three-point line, 11 points. Their 2nd leading scorer right behind Bud Gatch, who does have 14.
Still on that bench. Coach Dang elects to come back with him soon here.
As he makes both these free throws, 12-point ball game. Ahmad is 3 rebounds away from a potential triple-double tonight. Good. Reaching from the bench. He misses. Well, no, he's made it to say Baji would have been called for a lane violation.
Interesting, we're not seeing tapping with full court pressure. You'd seen that earlier. We're not in that matchup zone though again.
He comes up with the screen. Boissy, quick 3, gets it off. Doesn't get it. Mock comes up with it. 3-pointer would make it a single-digit deficit at the moment. He's going to need some help. Nice take. Gatch goes another wide-open look.
That's a great cut there. Just can't come up with the finish. And see him go back in the zone. It looks like they're still matched up on the man.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Senegalese fans, well, they've been fantastic here in the group stage, but it's not over yet. 4:06, leading by 12. They have to go quickly. Boissy, defended by Gatch. Goes to the bucket, doesn't finish. And a foul is going to be caught. This is good. Good for South Sudan because the foul by Baji is going to send South Sudan directly to the free throw line.
Yeah, good if you're South Sudan. Bad if you're Senegal there. You don't want anything that's going to stop the clock. Give them a chance to score points and give them a chance to set their defense. Some of them just fall back to the 2-3. You know, when they were making their comeback, though, they were extending their pressure. I think that's something they got to think about doing. You know, only 4 minutes left in this game now. You're going to have to force some turnovers, try to get the pace going a little bit.
Well, the good thing for South Sudan, they do have one foul to give. So kind of at some point, just try to take a little bit of a gamble if they're going to put that full court pressure on. Because you got to think if Jock Dang made that three-pointer in the corner, cut it down to a 5-point deficit, 4-point deficit, whatever it was, it would have changed the entire momentum of this game. Second free throw, no good. Senegal with the size, the power, just to prevent any second chance points. Still an 11-point ball game.
Back in the matchup zone. At some point, though, they're going to have to start finding some traps. See if they can force some turnovers here defensively.
Double team comes over. Kick ball violation, so South Sudan will get it back. 3:34, down by 11. I feel like Senegal, maybe it's enough now with 11 points or 3:34. Maybe not, you never know, but I feel a bit of anxiety in their play, just all of these unnecessary turnovers.
South Sudan spending so much energy coming back into this game. Is there enough left there to pull off the miraculous comeback?
Watch again, just taking care of this primary point guard role. Black coming up for high screen. As the lob goes in, can't connect with it. They save it. Dang, three, takes it. And now it's indeed an 8-point ball game yet again, Coach, with just over 3 minutes.
Oh, great ball fake there for Dang. Defender thought he was going to throw it to the corner. Instead, keeps it in his hands, knocks down a huge three.
Badio, 28 tonight, big performance. Gatch doesn't want to let him shoot it. Badio penetrates. Ooh, they've pulled a foul. You can see the reaction from Luau Deng. But that's not the worst foul, though, because it's not a great foul, but it doesn't send Bronco Badio to the free throw line.
See Dang reaching his hand in near the beautiful ball fake. And the big three. And South Sudan going to this matchup zone. And it's been effective, but just wonder.
Oh, they have called it a shooting foul. Was he in his guy? Was he in his 1-2 step already?
Oh, wow, I don't agree with that call. I can see.
Well, the referees are just going to discuss right now.
To me, that was on the floor.
Well, the decision stands. 2 free throws coming up for Bronco Badio.
See Coach Dang's frustration. I would agree with him there.
Well, Coach, as the great Rasheed Wallace would say, the bull don't lie. But in this case, I think it is telling a few lies because 28 points tonight for Bronco Badio. Second one good, though.
Now, if you're South Sudan, you got to be aware of the clock. Need something quick here.
Gatch avoids the block. Kent just can't finish. Badio. They want to think about bringing it out, slowing it down. There's Mane. Mane down the middle, getting denied. And another unnecessary foul. If that's Kareem Mane, Coach, I think that's number 5. Yeah, he's out of here.
Well, it is, and it's also just a terrible foul. Frustrated in the shot block, but the worst thing we can do is stop the clock right now. I'll show more discipline there.
If he makes both, Nuniamont, it's a 7-point deficit. That's the first one with the shooter's roll.
Will we see full court pressure here? McCollum, he's on the bench, but we saw him a couple of times force some steals. I try to force a turnover. We need to be a little more aggressive. There you see the trap now.
South Sudan down by 8, and they've missed 8 free throws, Coach. They're 15 out of 23. It's a heartbreaker for them. But Senegal just need to hang on. Wasi, final seconds. Got to think about shooting it. Badio. Badio puts up a teardrop. That should be a 24-second violation. And as you said, 1:56 left. Down 8. They've got to be aware of the clock.
Well, they've done well with the matchup zone. I think the only question is just the amount of time. They might have to force the tempo, find a few more traps here, and obviously a huge offensive possession here.
Double high screen coming. Finding Deng. Got time. Oh, no. Ahmad attacks. Hangs in the air. Nothing given. And this team has given everything, but they just look so fatigued at the moment.
They really have, but I think you got to look to trap. Don't just take a foul here. Can you find one trap, maybe force a turnover, and then be solid at the end of the clock? You definitely don't want to foul now.
Well, Badio, big three, doesn't get it. Wasi comes up with the offensive board. 118. Senegal may have done enough, and a timeout is going to be called. Because I'm really interested to know why Kendall McCullum, because at one point it looked like he was going to come back in and sub, then he sat right back down. He looks fine right now, Coach, so I don't know if this is an injury or if this is Luol Deng just trying to give some of these players maybe the experience. Like, I don't know. It's a very tough one to analyze.
Well, it's hard to speculate. We did see him down on the baseline. Maybe a little bit of an injury from that play. Has not been back in the game since that moment. But if you're Senegal here, big possession. Coach Jop got to draw something up here. And this is where those practices really come to play. So I'm sure he's got something in his package. You don't want a quick shot and a little bit of continuity here, but probably most importantly, make sure that when you do shoot, you've drawn something up that's going to have floor balance, allow you to get back in transition. Really the worst thing that can happen would be anything that's going to allow South Sudan to get out on a fast break. And if you're South Sudan, I think you want to start thinking about picking up full, find 1 or 2 traps. There's not a lot of time left in this game.
Well, just needs 1 point to get to the double-double, but I think he would much rather meet Josh Okogie and Caleb Agata in the quarterfinals. That's a heartbreaker there. He came over the big offensive board. Well, Big Baji, as mentioned, he's been a big presence, but it could be Kabundu in the quarterfinals for his defensive duties. Well, there you can see Senegal extending it back to a 10-point lead. Staying with the finish.
Yeah, great play there coming out of the timeout. Just a real simple pick-the-picker play. Miscommunication from South Sudan, whether they're switching or not.
Deng turned it over. Jop goes in, draws a foul, and he will go to the free throw line. It's going to be foul number 3 on Gatch. He's led the way tonight for South Sudan with 16.
Great execution coming out of that timeout. A big baseline out of bounds played there. I think South Sudan a little bit disappointed with their defense. Just a breakdown of communication. Down in the easy layup.
Of course, Senegal, it was that run right at the end of the second quarter that was probably the margin they needed. They went up by as many as 24 at the beginning of the third quarter. Well, South Sudan battled while they almost came within a 2-possession ball game with a missed three-pointer.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that. It certainly looked like it was off shot. I'm gonna have to see the replay here.
Here's the missed attempt. Change has been made. Wasi's asking for a head coach challenge yet. Desai kind of Diop's going to call for it.
Oh yeah, why not at this stage? Hard to tell from that angle.
Yep. Head coach's challenge, here we go. So we're going to go to the monitor to find out what decision the referees are going to take.
We have a head coach challenge by Team A. We are going to review which team causes the out of bounds. Initial decision is black ball. Let's go, run, black, black, and last touch, white. Okay. Can you do it again, please? Okay. Run frame by frame, frame, black, 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 touch by white, 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 white. Run it now. Run, run, run. Okay, out of bounds. Okay? Do you confirm? Okay, black ball. After the review, initial decision remains, black ball. After the review, black ball.
Unsuccessful head coach's challenge, but his team lead by 11, 58.9 seconds left.
I understand the challenge there. Why not late in the game? For South Sudan, you need something quick here. Set up your full court pressure. It's about forcing turnovers at this stage.
The prospect of all roads finishing tonight here for South Sudan as Ahmad doesn't go for the three. Finds a bit of separation with the fadeaway, and it just won't go. South Sudan, they've done enough. And no doubt it's going to be a very exciting matchup when they meet your former team coach. Of course, Nigeria, a very tough one at the 2021 FIBA AfroBasket. And indeed, the Tigers with that statement victory against Cameroon.
They were outstanding in that game. And this is setting up a rematch. My 2015 campaign coaching Nigeria, we had a game of the ages in the semifinals, an overtime game, defeating Senegal on our way to the championship. So this will be quite a matchup in the quarterfinals here in Angola.
What a game from Jean-Jacques Boissy. Incredible performance. Oh, Mott, unfortunately turning it over. Roughly 7 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Boissy down the middle, still hanging on to it. And I think Jop right now, probably happy for them to get called for a 24-second violation. Stepping out of bounds, so final 9 seconds. Indeed, it will be Senegal who are going to go on from this game. We saw Mali with a big victory against Guinea. The 5-time champions of the FIBA AfroBasket, Senegal. They've done it. They have come here and they have defeated South Sudan. They win 78-65. And the Tigers Nigeria will await them in the quarterfinals of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Well, it's getting a little bit out of control here.
You see Dang, his frustration boiling over there at the end. And continue. We already had an issue at the end of the half, leading to Winnie Gabriel's ejection. And certainly could have used him in that second half there.
Those tempers did flare at the end of the first half, but you know, you can see things were very much calm at the end. And, well, when we started the second half, but that's what it's all about right there. Rudy Amott showing respect to Desagana Diop. Tough one for South Sudan, of course. They had to make the journey from Namib all the way here. Unfortunately, there can only be one winner. Well, we also had the post-game press conferences where we'll meet with both the coaches and players, well, a player from each team, so you can watch that live on FIBA's official YouTube platform. The tough one for South Sudan, the team that qualified for the Olympics. Their AfroBasket indeed has finished, but big job done by Senegal. Senegal won. And those fans, look what it means to them.
Well, credit Senegal. I mean, a brilliant first half, building the big lead there. And, you know, South Sudan was not going to give up. Really scrappy performance there, cutting it all the way to 6 points, and it takes so much energy to climb back in when you're down by that much. Just kind of ran out of gas there at the end.
Well, a big performance nonetheless from these Senegalese players. Bringing back that 6th championship, that is going to be the quest. Will South Sudan finish with more three-pointers than Senegal in the end? You got to think, had it been different in that second quarter, midway through, right up until the end of the first half, who knows? It could have been a very different game. Senegal made a bounce back when the deficit was cut down to 7, and they persevered. Now they'll celebrate with their fans. A fantastic moment for Senegalese basketball.
Saw there with the leading scorers, Bronco Badio again, huge performance, and is this going to be his breakout moment with this Senegalese team? He's really shouldered a lot of the offense for them now, 2 games in a row. He's going to have another big challenge coming up against Nigeria.
Well, you mentioned it. Let's take a look at the highlights. As it stands, Senegal will be meeting the Tigers. What a game of games tonight for Bronco Badio. I've seen him do this before in the Spanish ACB. He was 10 out of 11 from the free throw line. And here was the huge and-one from Jean-Jacques Boissy that put it back to an 11-point ball game. A huge moment.
Yeah, a great response from him. And, you know, we saw Coach Jacques going to that lineup with both dynamic playmakers on the court at the same time, especially with Mane's struggles today. That's when they're at their best. Allows Badio to move over, play a little more shooting guard, and we see the great lob here from Boissy. You know, Baji, I thought, also was tremendous. You know, active everywhere, 13 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, 3 block shots to go along with that. So huge minutes for him.
Well, there was Baji's baseline cut off the penetration. And those fans, they loved every single moment of it tonight. The celebrations, you got to stop preparing. They're going to have a day's rest until the quarterfinals, where they will meet the Tigers. For South Sudan, no doubt. For them next, it will be the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Those do begin in November. And unfortunately, the team who's drawn a lot of excitement, not only in the AfroBasket, not only in the Africa region, all over the world, but there you have it, the road to the quarterfinals. So far, Mali and Senegal, they're on their way. Well, fans, from myself, Josh Bett, and head coach Will Voigt, we thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. 2 big games coming up in the road to the quarterfinals of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. For now, it's good night, goodbye, and God bless.
Yeah.